Meanwhile, we have some updates for you. Still from London, where members of the Royal Navy, Army, and Commonwealth Forces arrived by train at Waterloo Station on Saturday to take part in the coronation of King Charles III and the Queen Consort Camilla.
Over 9,000 troops are taking part in the coronation. In a particularly surreal sight, armed forces personnel were seen arriving early this morning in droves at London's Waterloo Station. They then headed across Westminster Bridge and onto Birdcage Walk.
I'm working.
And to know more about the King Charles III's coronation and UK society's affection with the royal family, we're now connected with Indonesian Doctor of Philosophy student at Oxford Internet Institute, University of Oxford, Abid Abdurrahman Adonis.
Hello, Mas Abid. How are you?
Hello, I'm doing great. Thank you so much.
Great. The reception looking very good right now.
Yes.
Yes, so this is great.
Yes.
So, Mas Abid, can you tell us a little bit the coronation? It is, of course, a massive moment for UK society. And since this is the first one after more than half a century, how is the UK society preparing and responding to the event?
I think the UK society is preparing largely with much hope because in the past few months we see that the global economics, particularly in the United Kingdom, here they experience the slow economic growth and then a high inflation. So now it's time for the British people to to come together to reflect on how they see themselves, and then they see that this moment is a hope and a leap of faith, so they can face the future with more optimism. And I think it's not only for the British people, because as we are aware that British monarchy it's not only for the United Kingdom and United Kingdom of Great Britain and Northern Ireland, but also for 15 daughter islands, ranging from Canada until Papua New Guinea and Australia. So it's not only for the British people, but for the whole Commonwealth. It's a new hope for the society, and it's new hope for the Commonwealth.
Right. And what is the significance of King Charles III's coronation for UK society? Will it have any lasting impact on the country's culture and traditions?
Yes, indeed, because it is a moment of transition from from the previous reign of the Queen Elizabeth II, and then now King Charles III. It remarks something new about the society, because largely, like according to the YouGov survey, it says that 58% British people are still in favor with the British monarchy, and then it shows that there is still some eagerness to preserve the tradition and the culture of British society, especially after the Brexit situation, because the British people and then the United Kingdom itself, it needs some moment and then some identification about the role that they have in the world. And then now, with the new hope of the new king, the British society wants to not only preserve the tradition and the cultural legacy, but also wants to identify themselves in terms of their position in the world.
Right, Mas Abid, you mentioned tradition. Now, will there be any changes in UK society's approval and respect for the royal family, of course, after the new king's reign officially begins?
Yeah, the King Charles III mentions that he wants that the kingdom to be more accessible, inclusive, and looking forward. It means that it is not only about the current culture that the British identity have, but also that he wants something new, something progressive. That's why he mentioned a lot about the environmental issues, and then also about the British increasingly diverse communities, the attention to the Black, Asian, and minority ethnics in the UK. So he wants to have more involvement in bridging the communities here in the UK. But not only that, but also the fact that King Charles III also wants to have better dialogue with other parts of the society. For example, with Islam in the world, because King Charles III himself is a patron of Oxford Center for Islamic Studies, and then he speaks a lot about the relations or the better relations between Islam and the United Kingdom. So this is something that he wants: a more inclusive, a more accessible, and then a more looking forward British society and British monarchy.
This moment will also establish new relationships between the royal family, the existing government, the parliament, and the political party power constellation. How do you see this relationship will go?
Yeah, some scholars mention that there is a little bit different kind of style between King Charles III and previously his predecessor, Queen Elizabeth II. Some scholars mention that King Charles III has its confrontational constitutionalism. It means that he wants to speak more about political issues, but not in terms of intervening the British politics, but it gives like set the tone of set the tone and agenda of British politics. For example, he really cares about environmental issues. This is something that he speaks rather vocally compared to the previous Queen Elizabeth II. So in this moment, he wants to have a more say in British society, but not directly intervening the British politics, because the separation between the royal family and the parliament is very fixed, and then he doesn't want to change anything of it. But when it comes to a more pertinent issues, he wants to speak more environmental issues, inclusive issues such as the Black Asian minority ethnics, as well as the dialogue between the United Kingdom and Islam. So those kind of things, I think it will set the agenda of the British monarchy in the next few years, I would say.
Right. Mas Abid, this is probably the last question from us. We all know that King Charles III is a king with a lifetime experience of being a prince, right? Do you think that he can turn that to his advantage?
Yes, I think so, because I think he's been waiting this for for many years, because
True.
everybody has been expecting King Charles III to be the king, and then as far as we know that the moment he's been experiencing a long time being a prince, it gives a lot of advantage, especially when it comes to the ambassadorship role, because it's not easy, because it is a time of transition from the ancient kind of kingdom and royalty, where king and queen are something that people look up to, and now it is being seen as something more egalitarian. So that kind of attunement to the society, what kind of society wants from the royal families, I think with King Charles III experience, I think it gives very important advantage, especially in relation to the ambassadorship role, and as well as how to deal with different issues, how to deal with the internal issues in the family, as well as the relationship between the British royal family with the society. So definitely, it's immense.
All right, Mas Abid, thank you very much for that. It's very good, very insightful, knowing that today is going to happen. Last question, maybe. Are you going to watch it, the coronation? Are you going to watch it from the comfort of your home, or are you going to be out on the streets with everybody else?
Yes. I will be having my tea, and then also some free biscuits, because
That's lovely.
the students get a lot of free biscuits. Yeah.
All right, Mas Abid, thank you very much. We'll talk to you again soon. Take care.
Thank you so much. Have a
Bye.
lovely day.